As you know, you've been found guilty by a jury of 4 counts in the indictment, including premeditated first-degree murder of Mariah Samuels while committing, and also first-degree murder while committing domestic abuse with a past pattern of domestic abuse. Over the course of the trial, I had the opportunity to see and hear all of the evidence in this case, including your own statements, your own testimony. I'm now fully aware of your criminal conduct in this case, and I do agree with the jury's verdict. You committed a premeditated, senseless, and brutal murder of Mariah Samuels. You planned her murder, you laid in wait for her, and you shot her to death while she sat helpless in her car. All because she was a strong and confident woman who had decided to end her relationship with you 3 weeks earlier. She told you no, and you couldn't accept that, so you killed her. Tragic, senseless, and cruel are the only words that come to mind to describe this murder. And sadly, all too sadly, this case exemplifies the tragedy of domestic violence, which continues to be an intractable scourge in our community and our society. Life is precious, Mr. Wright, but you showed no regard for the life of Mariah Samuels or for the other victims of domestic violence you abused throughout your life. You devised and carried out a premeditated execution-style murder of Ms. Samuels in September of 2025. Because of you, 2 teenage boys will grow up without their mother. Mariah's father, mother, sister, friends, and family members will never be able to hug or see her brilliant smile again. I know the sentence I'm imposing today will never fully heal the pain and loss of the family members and friends of Mariah Samuels. I can only hope that the jury's verdict in finding Mr. Wright guilty of these crimes and the sentences I'm imposing today will bring some sense of closure and possibly start the healing process for the loved ones of Ms. Samuels, who lost a daughter, lost a mother, lost a cousin, and lost a friend. Based upon the jury's verdict in this case, I will turn first to count 4, sentencing in order of the offenses. As to count 4, following the jury's verdict of guilty, Mr. Wright, you are hereby found guilty of prohibited person, possession of a firearm in violation of Minnesota statute, section 624.713.110I, and the judgment of this court is that you are hereby convicted of that offense. You are to serve 364 days in Hennepin County Adult Correctional Facility, credit for 218 days already served. This sentence will run concurrent to the sentence imposed in count 1. You must provide a DNA sample as required by law, and you're prohibited from possessing firearms, ammunition, or explosive devices for the remainder of your life. I'll now turn to count 1. Following the jury's verdict of guilty, you are found guilty of the murder in the first degree, premeditated, in violation of Minnesota statute section 609.185A1. It is the judgment of this court that you are hereby convicted of that offense. The court finds that a firearm was used in the commission of this offense. You are hereby committed to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for the remainder of your life without release or parole, with credit for 0 days already served. This sentence will run concurrent to the sentence imposed in count 4. You must provide a DNA sample as required by law. You are prohibited from possessing firearms, ammunition, or explosive devices for the remainder of your life. You must register as a predatory offender if required by law. Order that you pay a $50 fine, the criminal surcharge of $75, and a $3 library fee. The public defender copay is waived. You must pay restitution in the amount of $5,895 as set out in the restitution findings and order that I will sign momentarily. As to count 2, murder in the first degree while committing domestic abuse with past pattern of domestic abuse in violation of Minnesota statute 609.185A6, and count 3, murder in the second degree with intent in violation of Minnesota statute 609.19.11. Following the jury's verdict, you are hereby found guilty, but no sentence will be pronounced pursuant to Minnesota statute 609.035. Those are the sentencings of the court. Anything from either party?
Your Honor, I believe the restitution amount is $7,500. Those are the documents I provided to the court. If there is a typo in the findings in order, the state can certainly correct it.
All right, I'll amend the restitution amount of $7,500 will be paid through prison wages.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else from either party?
Not from the defense, thank
No,
you.
Your Honor.
All right, this hearing is concluded.
Thank you.